everyone! So I'm finally here with my 2019 planner lineup. First off, I can't believe it's 2019. I mean, did I just blink? And then all of a sudden we're here? I'm pretty sure 2018 didn't really last that long. My goodness, time flies. But yeah, in comparison to last year, I started off with pocket rings as my everyday carry, so that is still technically here. I had an A6TN that held my Hobonichi here, and then I had a B6TN, which was my home planner, which in a sense is how my A6 or my personal wide is going to act like once uni starts again. So the system is somewhat here, it's just expanded a bit. And then I have the two Stalogies with the A6 size and the B6. So yeah, it is a bit of a change. I do have a hybrid in here with the A6. So maybe this year will be the year of the hybrids, considering 2017 was the year of the TNs, and then 2018 was the year of the rings, and then this year might actually just be the year of the hybrids. We shall see. I mean, who knows what the planner world has in stock for us. So yep, this is my system. The rings will be more of a day-to-day or an every other day in function of how it's gonna work, whereas my Stalogies, they will be like a once a week or 3 times a week kind of system thing. The A6 is going to act as my journal, whereas my B6 is going to act as my creative journal. And since they're undated in comparison to the Hobonichi, which is dated, it will be a lot more simpler to work with, a lot more freeing, because I don't feel like I'm restrained to filling it in every day. I don't feel that pressure, so this is a lot better for me to use personally. So yeah, whereas the ring system is just, you could change things out anytime you want, which is great. And you can have little sections of one area, and then have a bigger section of a creative area, anything like that. So I really like that that system of the rings. So let's get started with the Stalogies. So as we have here, we have the A6 and the B6. So this planner, this Stalogy will act as my journal. I haven't had a journal in a few years, and I do want to get back into it, since in my childhood and in my teens I had this as a outlet for just my ups and downs of the day. It was just a great planner to have, and with my anxiety how it is, I think this will definitely make it a lot easier to go through, just having that outlet. So for this planner, first up we've got this glittery cover. I did get a few questions off Instagram, so I best cover it here too. This cover, I hand stitched it last year. I did open up for slots, I think in February or March time, but after those 2 rounds I had to stop. That was due to my left eye causing a fuss. It started getting blurry at a lot closer distance. I think it was just how much I was concentrating on each stitch. Even if I took like enough breaks, my left eye was just not coping. So what happened was, my optician told me to just straight up stop, give it a good several months rest and see how that goes. But I did try to go back to it in summer, and after that I just felt like my eye can't cope at all with the close-up stitching, because I hand stitch it, not by a sewing machine, which makes things a lot longer to make. So yeah, for that I won't be going back to this, but there are shops that I see that are coming out with more of this style, similar to this style at least. So this one is from Catspresso. I mentioned this in a previous video. I don't remember if I actually showed this. So this can fit the A6 Hobonichi or the A6 Stalogy, and as you can see here, my Hobonichi, it is quite chunky and it can still work with it perfectly. It's fine. It can handle the size. As you can see what it started out with. It's a bit of a jump. So this is a great option. This acts more of a sleeve from Catspresso, whereas the one from Salty Katie, it's a similar style, except it's got an elastic closure, and Salty Katie has more of a, has designs that are with a tint. I think it's the jelly sheets. So those two shops I do recommend to check out. And those I think are the only two I could think of off the top of my head that has that. So yeah, as a good alternative, that's a great one to go for. But yeah, that's the story of these covers. And then here I have the Fox and Pip mini bow. This is in the pink hollow glitter vinyl, whereas this one I think is the rose gold champagne, I think. In the regular size. I think she just had a pre-sale the past week, or I think it's just finishing today, so by the time I upload this video it'll be too late. So if you missed it, sometimes Fox and Pip will have overstock and she'll put it through to her shop once all the orders are out, so that's another time you could check for it. So here, as we open up, oh, oops, cup. I do have this adhesive pocket from Foxy Fix here. It's the small size, small secretarial size, and I have some date covers here from Happy Scrappy. Since this is undated, I thought about using the date covers because I just have so many unused ones, so this was an idea to start using them. And then on the first page I've kept blank because I don't like it when they stick to the cover. I'm sorry, we are a bit wonky. I don't realise. Here we go. Is that better? Yeah. So in the first page here I did put it in pencil because I haven't had time to go back to it yet. I've got an info page, a quote page, and then 2 index pages, and then for January, the month of January. And this is the first style of journaling I tried in here, or memory planning in a sense. So I had what I did in the day, and then what my to-dos were, and then my favorite quote for the day. But after doing this, I didn't like how it turned out, so I won't be going back to this style. And then here, for the 1st of January, I think I did it similar. Yeah, so here I wrote it in pen for the month and the year, and also for here as well. I quite like this style, so I think I'll go to this for the date and the day for next week, because I put down the date covers for this whole week. So I'll change it up for next week, and plus it'll again take off the pressure of journaling in every day. I could just write down when. I just kind of put this down randomly just to test things out of how I want layouts to be. So for this one I just put down the 3 words for this year, of what to concentrate on, or just have it as a inspiration kind of thing. And then 3 quotes, and then a sticker here from Viva Stationery, because I didn't know what to write on the first day, so I thought I'd just start off with quotes. And I think this is the style I'll stick with. If I don't feel like anything particular was worth noting for the day, but I still want to write, I'll just put some quotes. I think that's how I'll use this journal. And then here I just have a train ticket of my journey that I had with my friends for this day, and I'll just go back and journal. And then just the rest with some washi here, and then what I need to catch up on. But yeah, that's the idea for this planner, either for journaling or for quotes, and just, yeah, an outlet for the feels. Yeah. So that's that. And then I have my basic Stalogy. So for these two, I would think I won't be showing this probably either I'll rarely show it or I'll not show it at all because it'll be so personal to me. So it'll probably one time or two, if I find a really cute quote that I managed to write it in quite cute, then I'll show it. But other than that, I think these two will just be more of a behind the scenes kind of thing. So for this B6, I'm planning to use it as a creative journal. So I also used to write stories in my teens of any character. I think the inspiration came from Twilight. If any of you have read Twilight, back in the day before it turned into a movie. I like to write vampire stories, and I thought this will be a great way to go back to it, because I do miss creative writing. It was another great outlet for me just to keep my mind off of certain things, because when I overthink things, then my anxiety just picks it up so quickly. So I think these two planners will help a lot. So it'll be like a daily log for a character, or just a little scenery kind of thing. We'll see what happens with this one. If I find something that it's okay to share, then I'll do it. If not, then I'll just show you the cover and just briefly explain what I've done, and then ta-da, move on. So that's the idea for these two. And then here, let's go through the rings. I think this will be the more exciting thing. So as I said, 3 ring planners. Oh boy. So I don't even know how to fully go. They're all great. So the pocket rings will be my everyday carry once uni starts. Again, which will be in less than 2 weeks' time, because due to its size, and because I have the insert size to A6 size inserts sized down to 89%. So I'll just quickly show you here. I'll just go through it one by one actually. I'll just do it now. So being the pocket ring size, this planner width can, I keep forgetting this is at an angle. Here we go. So for this width of the planner, it can manage to fit this size of insert. So this is A6 size inserts printed at 89%. So here is a pocket size dashboard, and also the same size as a pocket rings insert. You can see here that the resized insert is wider and slightly taller. So I find it's like the perfect in between the pocket rings and the A6 rings, and I really like it for uni. It's just got the right amount of room and it can fit in this size, so it's really a good size to use. I also use these inserts in this planner. So this is my Gillio in the yellow color of the Pocket XL rings with the 20mm gold Krause rings. So it fits these inserts in fine. I'll probably try and show you in another video with these inserts in this size, just to have a quick just have a review of it, since I don't think I've done it on my channel yet, so that'll be added to the list. But yeah, so these inserts, they work great. So here I have Year at a Glance from Infinite Lotus, and also the monthlies. Now these are fresh inserts that I printed and cut this morning, so I haven't started filling them in yet. So we've got the monthlies here. So the monthly, I will use them for tracking my exams and when the tests are. The assignments, I know they'll happen on a weekly basis, so I don't normally put it in here. Whereas for the weekly, I will. So on the weekly and the monthly, I won't put any stickers down. They're just purely for functional purposes. In the 3 columns here, I'll have important, personal and work related topics. And then during here, I'll just write down what I need to. I'll probably write it down as a academic week of blah 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 blah. It's just easier to keep track of what week we're in rather than the actual week of the year. And then yeah, just more of errands that I need to do or appointments. yeah, just standard use of the weekly. And then in the next divider, I have my dailies. Now, this is old inserts that I need to take out, actually. Actually, I forgot. Oops. So for the dailies, sometimes I will make it decorative, like putting down the stickers here, or I'll just keep it to just writing. Either way, I don't mind. This section of the planner, I kind of reserved it for if I want to be decorative here, I can. If I don't want to, then I won't. It's just because I used to plan in the Hobonichi and that fell through. I didn't have an area to use my stickers, so this is how I'm gonna use it. So yeah, that's the intention for the daily section. It is functional, or it could be decorative, or both. So that's that. And then here is where I keep my timetable for my classes. So I'll just have academic week, blah, 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 date, and then the time slots here, and then when the classes are. I have, I think I've done the first week of when we get back in my A6, so I'll show you how I intend to use this insert, but it's quite self-explanatory, but I might as well show you guys how I do things. Then the 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth divider section has random notes or reading, apparently. Yes, reading. So here I just have a random flyleaf? Is that what they're called? Or just a random divider of confetti. With some sticky notes that I might need during classes. I'll just have them here for stock. This is another way I'm using my sticky notes, because I'm finding that I keep buying sticky notes, but I always forget to use them, and they'll pile up in a corner or in a basket, and I'll leave it somewhere, and then I forget about them. So what I'm doing is just using a what do you call it? Like a laminated sheet of confetti or the back of a divider, and just putting them on there, and at least I know I've got them on hand if I ever need them. So I've got some manga lists that I'm currently catching up on, some dramas, so this is just for random notes and reading wise. And then here I have my lists. So this area I tend to not go into too much, so it's normally quite blank. So I've got to-dos and then any list that I might have. And then for the last section, I am unable to show because I forgot to cover up details. But what I have here is my personal section of the finance stuff, of my spendings, my income, purchases that are waiting to ship, and contact details, and that's what's in here. And then at the very back I have this page lifter that I made. I didn't make the holes a bit too big yet, but yeah, this acts as a great page marker and some of my favorite mangas, but yay. And then that's that. So that's how I plan to use this planner. So if you've seen my past flip through of my pocket rings, it's basically this, so you can skip. Although by this point you probably have already, so I don't need to mention it here. Anyway, I've done it, never mind. So then we have my A6. So this year my A6 is basically the main body of everything, and then the personal wide is the extra of the A6, and then the pocket rings is like the mini version. So everything rotates around the A6. And this, yeah, everything just rotates around the A6. The A6 contains everything I ever need, and this one contains more than I ever need. So I can, if I had to just choose one planner and that's all I could use for the year, it would be my A6, and that's it. That's all I need. I could really just take out everything else. But as you know me, being a planner girl, I use a lot of sizes just for science, definitely for science. So for my A6, as we have here, setup wise, it's the same if you've seen my A6 flip through of the Aura Estelle. I've basically kept everything the same. I'll just quickly go to the area that I've changed up slightly by it. I have added in things and that's it. But quick quick flip A6TN insert that has all the lists, or just any random things I need to quickly write down. Just cute decorative stuff here. My vellum cover over the divider here. Then I have the year at a glance before the monthly. This is, we started off with calendar. So I have this cover from Jacinia, oh dear, Jacinia Printables, and then I really liked the one-page year at a glance from Infinite Lotus, so I just printed out the cover from Jacinia's, and that's how I had that. Then we've got like the area where you could put down your birthdays, when assignments are due, anything, or holidays, anything like that. I haven't fully figured out what I need to do here. We've got a bucket list here as well. Then I've got an add to planner section. This acts like an inbox for everything. And then the master list, how I'm using this is, I always find that when I purchase something, I always forget to write it down in my planner, so I always lose track of which item is still needing to ship, which item has shipped, which item has arrived, what did I buy. So how I'm using this insert is, this is where I put down the orders that I've made. This is when I put down the orders have shipped. This is the one that I put down when the orders have arrived. And then this is my wish list. It's just quick and simple. Yeah, I just find that a lot easier to use. I've got routine for what I plan to do each day for studying wise, or any kind of chore that I want to have done on that day. And then this is why I added in for monthly. I have the yearly bill tracker because I keep forgetting which day the payments come out automatically out of my account, and I only have 3, but it feels like I have more, but I think I only have 3, so that'll be fine. And that's that. Then I've got my monthly insert here, so same style as my pocket rings one. So this setup is basically the same in the month section. And we've got my weekly here. And then we have my daily. So daily, I also have that option of if I ever want to do decorative planning, I can, or if I just want to stay with just ink, all ink, nothing else, then that's fine too. Sometimes I just want to plan in a different size, but yeah, that's how I'm using that. So we've got another cover here. So this section I changed up. It used to be school here, and there'll be all the 4 classes that I have in semester 2, but I thought it would be more functional if I use it this way, because it'll be rare that I'll go into this planner to write my notes at all. So what I have here is titled Girl Boss, because I don't know what else I can use, since all these tabs are from my TPS kits, so there's a limited amount of what I could pick. So on the first tab I have school, which will be my my weekly timetable. So I've written it in pencil because at the moment nothing's confirmed till tomorrow the 7th. Yes, tomorrow the 7th. At the moment I think some classes are still rotating, so I don't want to do anything to it yet. But this is how I usually layer things out, and then I'll have a designated highlighter for each class, so I know when the tutorials are for that class and when the actual lectures are. So that's how I'm using this. And then for this side I will have the assignments due, and then any particular chapters I need to read for the week for each class, which is, there's always chapters to read. There's always chapters to read. Yay, fun times. But yep, so that's that. And these covers are from Jacinia Printables as well. They're really cute. And they're of her hand lettering. It's so cute with the bows. And then we have the work section that I've had as notes, just any extra stuff I need to do for my students, anything I need to print. My to-do list is for that. Any sort of scales that I need to just have a quick layout, because by the time I get to the next student I keep forgetting wait, which number is when. It's just easier that I have it there and I just get their phone and just, what do you call it? Just take a photo of it, or their iPad. Some of them use their iPad, but anyway. So that's what I intend to use. And then we have the YouTube section. This is just for ideas that I might have, or ideas that some followers want me to cover. I'll just put it here and just have a list and then see what day I could film, and then I'll cover it. So that's that. So the inserts are quite limited here. Then I have favorites. So this is for wish lists. Just anything really. It's for a hand stitched leather tee. Then here we have my list. It's past stuff really. So to do this, these cute inserts, I really love to use them. They're from the Powder World. Oh, here we go, is the next one. So these are all incorrect quotes from the Agatar series, if you didn't know. Oh, sorry, what is this? Oh, this is the notes section. So just random paper, random notes, whether line, grid, or colourful paper. And then this is the last section. For personal. Again, I won't go through this because my details are in there of the same stuff that's covered in the pocket rings. So you've got the income log, the spending, the expenses, the tracker, and all that jazz. That's in here, contacts. So that's that. And then at the back here, I have this Glitzy Trooper iridescent dashboard with some cute die cuts. And then we've got the page lifter and another die cut from Redbubble. Although this artist, she deactivated her account on Redbubble, so I think she's looking to opening up her own shop. But we'll see, because I really do miss her cute drawings. And then I have this notebook at the back. I'm finding this really handy actually. Here is this notebook I got from my friend Yvonne, and in here I just have quotes that I've saved on my Kindle, and with the Kindle I always forget to go back and read up on the quotes that I've saved. So what I've done here is just started writing down all the quotes from my favourite books, and therefore they're always there for a read if I ever want to, and they're quite cute to read, so I really like it. I have been writing a lot. Whoops. So in here I just keep all my favorite quotes from all the books. So yeah, that's this planner. So this is currently my everyday planner during the holidays, because I can easily carry this in my bag, whereas if it was during school uni time, this is too heavy to carry along with my books and my laptop and my notes. So yeah, that's how I'm using this one. And then lastly we'll go on to my personal white, and I'm gonna quickly edit this section because my camera is gonna cut off. So with the magic of editing, woo, we're back. So here with my personal wide rings, since it went from the note-taking slash study planner to this, how do I call it, the extra feel of the A6 setup, it has chunked up my planner to the point where the strap no longer feels loose, which is great because if you haven't watched the previous setup of this planner, I extended my strap by 5mm, and with that setup it was just too loose. It was actually getting to the point of annoying me every time I picked up the planner because it was just too loose, and I really was contemplating of sending this planner back and getting it shuffled back, the strap, just to make it back to normal. But yay, I finally chunked it up. Yay, happy days, happy days. But that also means that this planner is slightly heavier, but never mind, it's a home planner, and if I ever decide to take this out, then I am taking out in a bucket bag or a backpack, so it'll be fine. So let's get into it. So for this planner, as I mentioned, it's a home style planner, and here there are some duplications of the calendar and the finance, and possibly some of the other sections, but not too much. I hope I've managed to make it enough that it can be its own little system, that I don't have so much duplication that I'm getting a bit bored with updating every single one. So hopefully it'll be alright. So here, the new items I added for decorative purposes is this one, which is a jelly sheet that I cut down to size. And then on the back here I added this Happy Scrappy adhesive pocket, and this came from a previous subscription. I want to say November? Might have been November. I'm not too sure. But it was from a previous sub. There we go. So here, as I mentioned, because the tabs I had were limited on the titles coming from the TPS kits, currently was the closest one I could think of to work for inbox. So yep, that's what I'm gonna work with. And then for the majority of the covers I have in here are from Annie Plan Printables. And then instead of printing the titles on them, because if I ever decide to change it up, that means I have to like put more ink into the paper, and basically what I'm trying to say is it'll just waste more ink. So what I've decided to do is use a sticky note, and this will help use up my sticky notes, and then put the titles on it, and if I ever want to change it, I just take it off and then add the one I want it in on a different sticky note. So that will be saving myself some ink. And then I have this freebie from Fox and Pip. This was a while back actually. It was from our Insta stories, I think. But when I showed this on my Instagram yesterday, or was it the day before, a few girls did message me on where they could get it. So then I messaged Amanda, and she said just message Fox and Pip on Instagram and she'll send it to you. So there we go. That was really wordy, but yeah, it's getting a bit late. It's actually almost 2:30 in the morning, but it's okay. So at the back here I have this Dreamer paper digital. I don't know if it's too faint to see. And then some sticky notes here for whenever I need to use in the future. So this is another way I just will use up my sticky notes instead of them just in a box, in a shelf, just forgetting to use them. Anywho, so then I have this add to planner checklist here, and then I also have this style of insert, similar to working like this. I'll just put what I have, and then on the 3 columns I could have calendar, my list, or home, just like a designated area where it should go. So this is a 3 column, whereas this is a 5 column. I think I'll use this one more, to be honest, but I just have it in here just in case. And then I have a master list, and then this 2 big box. I'm not really sure how I'm using this. It was just in here. Everything in here is quite experimental, so we'll see what happens the more I use this planner and what I need to shuffle around, since I did finish this setup today. Fully today. Then I've just got some grid paper here, and then I have a second dashboard for calendar, and then for this insert, this cover is the collab with Once More with Love, and then on the inside is the collab with the Planner Society. So what I've done is I printed the cover out first from Once More with Love, and then I printed the second page, I think. No, actually not the second page. Yeah, the second page. Ignore this. The second page from the TPS insert. So it had this blank area, and then you can see here the other 3 sectioned off grid area onto the back of the Once More with Love cover. So that's how I managed to make that work, or either be the check grayish pattern, and I didn't like that as much, so this way they're both pink. And Annie does have a Monday start, thank goodness, because the one that you download from purchasing the insert is a Sunday start, and that would drive me crazy because I just can't work Sunday starts. It just doesn't work with me. So I messaged Annie on through email, and she does have it, so yay for that. And then for this insert, the year in pixels, I printed it on 160 GSM because I didn't know if I was going to use highlighters or colored pens, and I didn't want it to bleed through too much. So in this way it will take the ink better. And then here I'll just work out a key. I haven't figured out what kind of color I want to use yet. So extra good paper, back of that. Then we've got the follow-up section. So the follow-up, I have my yearly bill tracker. It will be a lot faster for me to find this insert than flipping to the very back for the finance section. So it's here instead. Oops. I will try and speed this up. And I've got this style of insert in here as well for follow-ups. As again, this planner is quite experimental right now. We'll just see what works and what doesn't. Then I've got assignments in here. And then we have my monthly. This is the dated version for the monthly from Infinite Lotus. And then we've got my weekly from Poi and Hun. It's just easier when it's all in one page for this size of planner, I find. Then we have schedule, where I have my timetable for second semester. I haven't got anything in there yet, but when I feel like I want to write it in, then I will. And if I forget, then never mind, as long as I have it in the other two. So that's that. And then we have my list here. Just another adhesive. So cute. Just a different type of sticky note per cover. So this is what I was saving up on, because for personal wide inserts I don't have that many, and I didn't want to buy more inserts because if I end up switching sizes again, it's going to be exhausting. So for a change, and I'm going to try if this works, and hopefully it does, I just used a blank grid insert, put the title I want at the top, and then used washi as a bit of a decorative piece. And hopefully it should work. It's like a bullet journal style in a way. And I've got bucket list of 2019 here. Songs of 2019. Vocal pieces. Movie list. Anime list. I'm actually missing a TV show list, but I'll add that in later. Reading list. Manga list. YouTube ideas. Current TNs, current ring planners, wish list for planners, because knowing me, yep, I will be looking at different planners. I've got a planner stuff de-stash of 2019. I hope I can de-stash some stuff, but knowing me, it's going to take some time with how busy the year will go. And then I have a makeup wish list. I've got more grid paper here for future lists that I could think of. So the next section is home. Here I have my health, skincare, current makeup items, chores, and shopping list. And then this is a cover from the December Happy Scrappy kit. And then I've got this insert here because the color really matches this cover, so I just kept them together even though I don't know what to put on them yet. Then I've got my health log for hopefully not that many times this month of when I'm ill. I have it here. And then I've got my migraine tracker, and then here I have the second year in pixel insert, but I'm going to use it as my anxiety tracker. So here I have the key of in numbers or in letters, and then I'll just go through it here. That's how I'm gonna, I hope that it makes sense. It's quite late, so my brain is just kind of switching off almost. So that's how I'm using this insert. With anxiety, it can really vary with me. Some days I'll have really bad anxiety and sometimes it's never there. And then there's the other days where it's just normal day-to-day Oh my gosh, there's a lot to study. Oh no, where am I? Where am I? That kind of thing. Not where am I, because goodness no, not that. See, I told you, my brain is slowly switching off. More of, have I said something wrong? That kind of thing. Not where am I? Oh, that'd be boring. And then I have skincare routine that I need to finish up. Face mask that I need to get back into because my skin is getting quite dry and feel. Makeup reference, so what I currently have. And then, oh, I have quite a few pages, more than I thought. Then I have chores. So here I decided to use some stickers. I have clean desk, I have bedding, I have groceries, and topping up fuel. And then this is just random inserts. Experimenting for science. So then, yep, more of the different types of inserts, more grid paper, because this planner, I just love grid paper. And then I have this secretarial dashboard. Here I just have some extra stickers that I might use in this planner. So here are the TPS label stickers. And then here's just extra study stickers and the Sailor Moon note. This is my project section. So for this area, I have mainly this insert from Poi and Hun, and then grid paper and line paper. So, pardon me. So for this, I did think about it like a easier to reach character building for the creative journal. If I ever feel like it's just a small little note and I didn't want to put it in here yet, or I didn't know how to put it in there, I'll just put it in here first and then organize my thoughts a bit better before I put it in. So that's how I'm using this section for projects. It could be like character building, their height, their what kind of style of clothing they wear, the length of their hair, how their personality is, that kind of thing. And then a scenery building of how, I don't know, how green is the grass, how many flowers, what kind of flowers, that kind of thing. And then lists is where I could just build up on the story, just writing it as the story style. There we go. And we've got Mulan here. Last section, finally! We're getting there, guys, and this is going to be a long video. So finance section, we have spending tracker, income log, IOUs to a particular friend. If she watches this video, then you know who you are. Monthly, so payments I've mentioned here is in calendar and follow-up, in the follow-up section, so it's easier to remember if I suddenly go, wait, where did it go? So I have this list insert, my spending tracker. So this is the area that I couldn't show you in the Pocket or the A6, but I could show you here because it's freshly printed inserts. Online orders, and then grid paper for the income log. So I'm going to do it in a similar style of what I did to the list section, just to save up on buying more inserts. And then more random boxes that I thought I might need in future. Who knows? At the back here I've got some family pictures and friends. No, actually this is just family. Friends are here. And then some happy moments for paper and milk. I'm still unwilling to use this because it's so cute I want to hoard it. And then I have this page lifter from Foxy Fix. Extra stickers at the back. This wonton in a million card that I find quite cute. I'll just slot it in here. Pen, and just, yeah, everything is the same. So for this planner, it's just going to be a stay at home. And then actually I might end up using this one more. Maybe, possibly, more than my A6, who knows. With how it's set up, I think I will end up using this more. But this is just a thought. Who knows? But yeah, and that's the setup system. I hope that worked. And yeah, that's it for tonight. I am zoning out completely because I need sleep. And that is my lineup for 2019. we'll see how this goes, and I'll probably update you guys on Insta stories in a few months regarding this setup, or in like a week or so. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this setup slash planner flip through. I think that's what it's end up turning to be. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye!